Hello everybody, this is Mr. Oman. We're going to be making the classroom model of my classroom using Revit software today. Please open up this Canvas page and you can see here's the final result of what we're going to draw. I need you all to start by downloading this blank file by pressing the download arrow right here, and you'll see that your download shows up here in the upper right hand corner in just a moment. Alright, so do that on one of your screens, and on your other screen would you please go down to the Windows menu down here at the bottom of your monitor, press that blue window, and would you start typing the word Revit, that's spelled R-E-V-I-T, and 2025 or whatever year it is right now for you to use. So click on that and let that open for a moment. Okay, so when that opens up, we are going to take your downloaded file and open that up over here. If you get any of these opening questions, so again, take your download from the downloads folder up here, this arrow, drag and drop that right in the middle of Revit, and that will open up. In the meantime, you'll see over here on Canvas, all right, I'm going to be asking you to draw all walls, doors, windows, and add all of this furniture, tables, chairs, computers, and all the cabinets. We're going to paint the walls, and we'll add some flooring at the end. And if you're done early, you can go ahead and add the hallway outside of the classroom. It's not too hard to add in. You can see the example right here. There's offices around us. Boys' bathroom, if you're one of the boys, you can measure that up. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to draw right in the middle of your cameras out here. Okay, I'm going to zoom in at the wheel of my mouse, and I'm going to press the wall command from the architecture tab. Give that one left click. Here we go. Just pick a spot here in the white space and pull it to the right and make sure you're pulling it straight. Okay, my first wall is 35 feet, 0 inches. There's my second left click. I'm going to come down 4 feet. Over to the right, either 5 or 6 feet. Just going straight down 21 feet, 0 inches. All the way over. Watch for the dash line to line you up because we're going to be making a rectangular shape here. We need these to match, and the final one should be either 24 or 25 feet. I'll take either answer. Okay, and there's your walls. If you head back to the architecture tab, you'll see the next thing to do is doors. I have 4 doors in my room, so click on doors. Okay, doors in a commercial building like a school are all 36 inches wide, so we're going to see if we can find just a basic 36 by either 80 or 84 inches. So a single flush, 36 to 80. So I clicked on door, I clicked on this list right here, and I scrolled down until I found a 36-inch wide door. That's 3 feet. That's so we can move furniture in and out of a room, or we can get out of the building in case of a fire. That is a fire code. All right, so we have a door to my hallway, a door going through the storage room towards the shop. Here's one from my office, and here's one from Mr. Tovar's room right there. Okay, so back to the architecture tab, click that once. I don't have any windows, so you can skip that step, and we're going to go right to component next. All right, notice for me here we've got a list. If you click on this, a long list of furniture. Let's start with tables. They're the biggest object. So you might either have to type the word table or scroll down. We're looking for the table, rectangular, and a 72 by 30. That is the table that's holding your computers that you're sitting at. I'm pressing the space bar on my keyboard, and I'm going to start placing groups of 5 tables, just like this. Make sure they're lined up fairly well, and spacebar to rotate the last one on the end. Right here, you can keep clicking and placing these if you would like. If you're familiar with copy and paste, you could hit the modify button, select all 5 tables, Control C, Control V, and you could set groups of tables like this. Control C, Control V. So either one, copy and paste, or you can keep placing these tables, and I have 5 of them along my wall. Okay, there's the printer table. Here's some computers, more computers. One behind my desk, and this last one, we're going to use this table as my teacher desk. You could use the desk option if you want to, but this is fine. All right, back to component, and let's search for chairs. These are all alphabetical, so you could go way up to the letter C. You could type the word chair in the search bar. Here it is, it's yellow. It's the brewer chair. All right, zoom in with the wheel and hit your space bar until your chair looks like it's sitting correctly, and make it appear like your chairs are pushed in. All right, so go ahead and click 34 chairs in my room, 2 at each table, and go fairly quick. And right after this, we're going to add computers right in front of each chair. And we're going to use the space bar to rotate these. Do your best to space them out fairly accurately. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't I copy and paste these? I certainly could have. That would have saved me even more time than what you're seeing right here. Okay, but if you'd rather just click them all in place, you can. Copy and paste is fine as well. Now, this is my teacher table right here. I'm just going to put 1 seat, not 2. There's 2 here, 2 here, 2, and 2. Alright, if all went well, there should be 2 chairs at each table. This table right here does not have chairs, nor does the printer table. Right there. And then, of course, my teacher has one. Alright, let's do computers next. Now, our computers, again, they're located inside of component. They're an old, outdated brand. Go down to the letter R. They are the RPC notebook computer. And if you click on top of the table, your computer will land on the floor below the table. It'll look like it's on the floor. So I need you, before you start clicking, to change a couple things. First of all, make sure level is first floor. If it's not first floor, please click here and change it to be first floor, so it's in the correct level of the building. And then secondly, offset from host is this one. I need you to delete that 30 quotation marks. Excuse me. That's 30 inches tall. Hit enter, and it converts it to be 2.5 feet. So when you come out here and you're about to place your computers, they will now appear like they are on top of the table. Okay, so give me 2 on each table, right in front of each chair. Again, this could have been copied and pasted too. If you prefer to do that, you are welcome to do that. There we go. Now we're all set. Okay, moving on from computers and that furniture, we're going to go to the back of the room. We're going to do the cabinets. Those are all in component as well. All right, so the cabinets that sit on the floor are your base cabinets. Either scroll to the top of the list or type in base, B-A-S-E. These are double doors with 2 drawers on them, and they are 36 inches wide. Okay, these usually, it's a little hard to see here, these usually, the doors are facing down on your screen. Now they're facing against the wall. So click them 1, 2, I think it's 3 clicks if I remember right, and set them next to the wall. And we'll find out if I'm wrong, we'll edit that. So set 3 of them side by side up against the wall. Okay, and to check to see if they're correct, you can go down here and hit the 3D view. I'm double clicking on the word 3D. Here it comes. It's a little hard to see, so I'm going to spin this around with the view cube up here. And it does look like I got it correct. If they don't look like that for you, please click on them, use the spacebar to rotate them, or delete them and place them in there again. All right, I'm going to split my screen so I can see both the first floor and 3D views. So if you want to do that with me, you can. It's view, and tile views is right here. Okay, so now you can see both things. I'm going to do all my work in this view, but I'm just going to keep an eye on it over here. I will not be doing any or very much work over here in the 3D view. Okay, back to the architecture tab. Click on component again. Okay, we're done with our base cabinets. Now we got to put a countertop on top of them. Scroll down to the letter C. There's two types of countertops. This one's a kitchen cabinet, the one that's got a sinkhole in it. We just need a basic countertop. Click on 24-inch depth. Head over. You might have to click on your first floor view to activate it. All right, and we got to rotate. It looks like that's 3 spacebar clicks. Set that down so it's right up next to the wall. Hit modify to turn that off. And click on it again. And these blue arrows right here, if you grab those with your mouse, you can pull on it and stretch that out to fit. And you'll see it fits perfectly. So stretch that out or shrink it until it fits just right. You will not have the option to do that in 3D over here. Okay, so that part is done. Okay, and lastly, we need to get some upper cabinets up here on the wall. This is one of the few things we'll do in 3D. Here, hit component, click on your list, scroll way down to the bottom to the letter U. It's a upper double door wall cabinet, and these are also 36 inches wide. Click on that, and you could, it's a little hard to see, but you could go to the 2D view, or you can go right here into 3D. Now you can see, yes, they are facing outward. So you can either place them right there, or you're welcome to come over here to 2D and line them up. I prefer to do most of my work in the 2-dimensional floor plan view. So you can see I didn't quite get my cabinets lined up here when I did it in 3D. So if that happens to you, hit modify, click on one of these and just drag it here in the first floor view. Just like that. So everything looks good. All right, a couple of final details. We need to paint our wall. We'll add some flooring underneath, and then we'll be all done here. So we're in the architecture tab again. Click on the floor command. Now this is a command where a lot of mistakes happen for people. It looks like something's wrong here and everything turns gray. They want you to go pick one of these drawing tools. So please click on the line tool. And we are going to trace a shape all the way around the outside edge of the room. So I'm going to click on the outside corner of each of these walls, zoom in there so you can hit it. Click right on those outside corners, zoom out with your wheel, zoom back in to the next target. The zoom feature on your mouse aims wherever you have the arrow, the cursor, it will aim at that spot. So you use that to help you to get around. And the last click here is your most important one. Click right on that endpoint. If you miss at all, you will not have this step work for you. It's got to be right on the word endpoint. That pink square is also telling you it's right on. So I click that. Okay, and then to tell it you're done, that's exactly how you want it. To finish it, you hit the green check mark. Okay, and all of a sudden, floor appears there. So that has to be a perfectly closed shape in order for that to work. Okay. All right, let's paint our walls and wrap up your project. Okay, so we're going to leave the architecture tab behind, and we're going to head way over to modify on the far right end of the tabs. Click that once. And it's hard to see this button. It's right here. I always tell people, look for the hammer, the demolish hammer, but hit the button right above it. It's paint. Okay, we're not only going to paint our walls, we're also going to put flooring on the floor with it. All right, I'm going to type the word paint right now, P-A-I-N-T, so it shortens my search. You can go ahead and paint my room whatever colors you want. So click on a color, click on a wall, and before long it should show up as that color. If you want to have some fun with coloring, you are welcome to do so. All right, I'll have to spin this around a little bit. So maybe I'll do one accent wall that's dark blue and the rest will be kind of bright. I don't know, something like that. So make it fun for yourself. I'm going to paint the outside as well. I'll add some red to it. Again, you pick whatever colors work for you. Okay, but this is one thing I do in the 3D window, not 2D. Okay, I'm going to close off the paint search by hitting this X right here. Just type floor, see what pops up. Maybe you like floor better, or flooring. So you pick one of those. If the tiles don't work, and click on the floor. That looks kind of interesting. You try out a few different things before you decide what you like. Wood flooring. Yeah, so anyways, go with whatever works for you. And that is the end of your project. Unless you have extra time, you're welcome to go and draw the hallway on the outside, boys' bathroom right here, Tofar's class, storage rooms. You're welcome to take it that far if you like. If you have any extra stuff floating out here, you can go ahead and delete that as well. So I had a couple extra computers out there. Okay, and that is my classroom project. Go ahead and take a picture of your screen right here with your iPad and submit that for credit.